Hi everyone, Brian Cunningham, Restoration Concrete here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. We're in the community of Norcross, just outside the perimeter of Atlanta, and we're finishing up a job, and we want to show you how we did it. And the reason is it presented some challenges that we rarely see. And of course, we like challenges, but normally we don't see issues like that in removing and replacing driveways or placing and finishing concrete slabs and things like that. Those jobs are usually pretty straightforward. This particular job was a worst case scenario. We've never seen anything this bad. And it all has to do with improper drainage. Over perhaps decades, water has been draining underneath the driveway and the garage because it was not properly vented or diverted away from the foundation. And so what's happened is there are voids underneath the slab in the garage that were as much as 8, 10, 12 inches. In one particular spot, we found just empty space that was probably 1.5 feet and just didn't have anything under it. The dirt had washed out somewhere. It was just absolutely fascinating that the slab of the garage was still holding up. The center post in the middle of the garage, it was just swaying freely. It wasn't supporting anything because there was nothing underneath it. And it was to support the second floor in the middle. Now, when we came to the framework support in the front of the garage, where the driveway is, it had sunk down 4 inches, and it's holding up the second floor to the point that the second floor had a bow to it. I mean, we were absolutely baffled that this thing was still standing after decades of this happening. The house was built perhaps 50 years ago, so we know it's been going on for a long time because it was so bad. So what we did is we took 2 20-ton bottle jacks and 2 pole jacks, and we jacked up the front of the house to get it back to level. We jacked out all of the concrete in the garage. We left it in the voids, backfilled it with about 10, 12 yards of 57 gravel, got it all nice and level, nice and compacted, and then we poured the concrete back over it at the proper level with the proper support. We put a pier about 2 to 3 feet deep under that front support beam so that this wouldn't happen again. We backfilled the voids in the garage and in the driveway with gravel, and we've come back and poured it, and we're going to show you how we did that. But the neat thing is we had to put in 2, it's called speedy drains. They're channel drains that are about 20 feet long each. We put one near the garage, and we put one about halfway up the driveway so that any water coming down the driveway is now going to be captured and vented off or diverted properly off of the property. We also put a French drain in on the side so that water coming down the hill from the neighbor would also be properly diverted into one of the drains and off the property. So hopefully this won't happen again. But we want to show you how we did it. We got our trusty Kubota back here. It's a workhorse Kubota 65.